Now that you have your themes, let's talk about SMART goals. You may be familiar with writing goals from your professional life or other areas of your life. There are many goal writing methods available, though we will focus solely on SMART goals for this module. SMART is an acronym that will help you to develop strong and powerful goal statements. SMART stands for specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound. Your goal statements should have each one of these 5 SMART characteristics. Let's talk about each one in more depth. S is for specific. Being specific is about defining the what that you want to achieve. For example, I will lose weight is vague and non-specific. A better example is I will lose 40 pounds. Specify exactly how much weight you want to lose. M is for measurable. Your goals need to be measurable. You can ask questions like by when and how many to unlock measurability. For example, I will lose 40 pounds is non-measurable. An example of how to make it measurable is I will lose 40 pounds as measured using the calibrated scale at my gym. In the measurable example, the tool that will be used to do the measuring has been explicitly named. A is for attainable. Attainable simply means that you need to set goals that can actually be met. If you want to lose 40 pounds of excess weight, it is unrealistic to expect to lose it within a month. A better and more attainable goal is to average 1 pound of weight loss per week until you have successfully lost all 40 pounds. Adding an explanation of losing 1 pound per week makes this an attainable goal. R is for relevant. Relevance is also important. Relevance means setting goals that make sense for your life and your circumstances. Using the previous example, you may already be thin and lean, but lack upper body strength. If this is the case, setting a goal to lose 40 pounds will not be relevant to you. A goal with more relevance could be to build upper body strength by lifting weights 3 times a week until you can safely curl 12 pounds using proper form. Relevance is personal, and only you can decide if something is truly relevant to you. If you are unsure if a goal is relevant, it can be helpful to ask a close friend to sense check it. T is for time-bound. This is all about giving yourself a deadline. By when will you achieve this goal? For example, I will lose 40 pounds by this date next year, February 24th, 2020. Adding a year-long deadline and a date makes this time-bound. Now let's work through an example together. Let's see if you can identify all 5 characteristics in the following example. An example of a SMART goal that can be created from these examples is I will lose 40 pounds by this date next year, February 24th, 2020, as measured on the calibrated scale at the gym by averaging 1 pound of weight loss per week. I recommend that you take a moment to pause the video so you can review this statement and determine where each of the 5 characteristics is in this sentence. Are you ready? Okay, pause the video now. Did you figure it out? Okay, let's look at the answers. Let's start with specific. In this example, lose 40 pounds, and at the gym provides specificity to this statement. Next, let's look at measurable. As measured on the calibrated scale, provides an element of measurability. Next is attainable. By averaging 1 pound of weight loss per week is the attainable measure in this statement. Did you find relevant in this example? It's a little tricky. In this example, it's the I will. If you remember, relevance is all about making it personal. And what is more personal than talking about yourself in the first person? Lastly, we have time-bound. In this example, by this date next year, February 24th, 2020, is your time-bound element. Did you successfully match the 5 SMART goal characteristics to the example? Well done! Now that you know what a SMART goal is and how to write one, write at least one for each of your themes. Your goals will be used to select images for your vision board. For additional guidance on SMART goals, check out the resources linked below this video.